Zac and Fatima both have questionable friends to me. And the reason I say questionable instead of like bad, just automatically say they bad friends, is because sometimes people have good intentions. Sometimes people have good intentions, and I'm gonna say 95% of the time, we will want to know if our significant other is over here kissing somebody else or involved with somebody else or meeting up with somebody else. So that's why I said 95%, because the other five be like, no, they don't care, because you know how people react. People don't always like when people tell them that they significant other cheating on them or something. They'll start to attack you. So I get that part. But the reason I said questionable is because we've seen on Zatima and we've seen on Sistas, on both sides, they just run with it. It's like they can't accept that these two have changed. Because even on yesterday's episode, Angela said to Fatima, "You used to blow up, and like you wouldn't have that when back when we was in college and all that." And then you seen on Fatima, Zac friends was saying the same thing about how, you know, he acting different and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, this is where they're gonna have to decide if this is what they truly want, and if this is what they truly want, they're gonna have to act accordingly. And what I mean by that is they're gonna have to decide for themselves: is these people in my life prepared for my now season and my future season? Because they keep comparing these folks to who they used to be. And if Zac and Fatima are really meant to be and they make each other better from what we seen, but we also seen some little toxic stuff, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. We seen some toxic behavior, and that's just because of the writing or whatever. But I said they're gonna have to decide, okay, are these people really my friends? Or I ain't gonna say really my friends. They was my friends for a season, and now that they in a new chapter of their lives, they gonna have to either make new friends or something, or get them together and say, okay, look, I know y'all used to me being this way and me acting that way, but now that we together, it's gonna be this or whatever. And they either get in line and accept it and act accordingly, or you gonna have to cut them out, because they can't keep coming to these folks with these doggone pictures or whatever. And then when you zoom in, when they zoomed in, they showed the picture. It did not look. They was up close or whatever. But we seen the whole interaction. And Fatima was asking Angela who sent it, and she was like a friend of hers. She was like, okay, is she a mess starter? And Angela was like, no, she's not like that, and all that stuff. And then it became okay. I was like, okay, maybe she was just warning her. But then when you think about it, um when once it was revealed that her friend had took the picture, it was like, okay, what made you take the picture? Because if you Zac, we seen Zac leave first or whatever. So if you wasn't on no mess type stuff, what possessed you to take this picture without letting her know, okay, this is how it went down? Because more than likely you seen the whole freaking interaction with Karen and Zac or whatever. You seen him walking away, and then her saying, can she get a hug, and then her kissing him on the jaw. You seen that, right? So if you sat there that whole time, say she was getting her hair did or whatever, because that's just, it's one of the salons. You gonna go get your hair did at a salon or whatever. But for you to sit there, more than likely, for enough for you to pull out your doggone phone, you had to sit there and watch their whole freaking interaction. So if you sit there and you watch their whole interaction, why didn't you say with the picture, okay, this is what happened or whatever? He was finna leave. He came to see her. They went in the back or whatever. Came out. He was finna go. She asked him for a hug, so he hugged her, and then she kissed him on the jaw, and that's how it happened or whatever. You just sent the picture or whatever. Then Angela teleported over here to the doggone office. I keep saying it because at first I thought Angela had took it. I thought, now what was she hiding? And then it was revealed it was somebody in the salon. So that's why, I guess people are saying that Karen set it up, because when you look at it, it kind of looks that way. I'm still hoping that she did not set it up or whatever, but from the looks of it, it looks like a setup. I'm hoping that she did not do that, because I thought they was making progress or whatever. Well, then again, I didn't really think they was making progress, because she said the letters was helping the other day, and then turned around and got mad about the ring, and then turned around and was like, okay, she should really be getting more for child support. So, we just gonna have to wait to see, cause then Aaron and Zac finna fight. But yeah, I was like, they gonna have to decide if this friendship is what they truly want or whatever. Cause you don't just automatically cut people off, because good friends are hard to come by or whatever. But for them, if y'all gonna actually do this relationship, cause it's too many times on both ends or whatever. Well, we seen one time, I think on Zac's side, where his friend came with the photo or whatever. Then his other friend was egging him on to do this, and then that's when her friend, Fatima friend, took a picture of that what's the girl name? Deja giving Zac a lap dance and everything. So they started showing pictures on each side on Sistas and on Fatima. So I was like, okay, they got some questionable friends. Now the two I would say that he gonna have to that they both gonna have to cut up. I said cut up. Lord Jesus, not cut up. Knowing Fatima, yeah, but no, not cut up. Cut off is what's it? I want to say Nate. Is his name Nate or is that the other one? Let me see. I gotta look up these folks' name now because I know let me see the cast as a team. We about to see what these folks' name is. I don't want to say Nate. It might be Nate. No, it's Nathan. Nathan. Hold on. These are two they're gonna have to cut off. Um, Nathan. That's not their name. I don't remember their name being there. They must have had a whole another cast before they had this cast. Cause this that don't look like the people. It said something about Cameron and Tony, but it's Nathan and oh, hold on, let me see. So the other one name was Tony, but Belinda and this Nathan dude. Those are the two that I feel like they automatically should go. They automatically should go or whatever. But Tony, Angela and Tony are the two I would say they just questionable at this moment until we see more. But yeah, they're gonna have to actually have an actual sit down because all this back and forth. But I was hoping. I think this kind of proves that they foundation ain't solid. Because anytime somebody present them with some doggone mess, it's shaky or whatever. It's shaky or it breaks or whatever. You see Zac on the preview for next week's episode going to the shops, talking to Pam, and then going to on Karen and Aaron date, and he's like, I just got one question, and they question more than likely gonna be, did you set that up or did you send the photo or whatever? Did you have them send the photo? Cause like I can understand, and that's probably how the doggone fight gonna start. And I said, dog, every time it seems like they taking a step forward, it's 2 steps back or whatever. And I said, yeah, this kind of proves that they shouldn't get married. Every time something pop off, y'all can't get a freaking loan. Y'all gotta go. I said, this is how they gonna one up. This is how people are able to one up them or whatever. Should nobody be able to present your truth? After the whole interaction, Zac's supposed to text Fatima. My stomach growling. Zac's supposed to be text Fatima or call her and said, look, this is how everything went down. I went to get her the paper. She said, let's talk in the office. We went in the office. She was actually kind of nice. She was cordial and everything. She congratulated me or whatever. That was kind of questionable. But then we went out of the office and I was finna go. And she said, can she have a hug? So, I just gave her a hug. And then she kissed me on the jaw and I left. And that was it. That's what you should have told her. Yeah, that's what you should have told. But she knew, but she ain't had to kiss him on the doggone jaw. It was enough, like I said in my review. If you haven't seen it or heard it, check it out. It's on my page. Well, I said, now, she didn't have to kiss him on the jaw. She didn't have to ask for a hug. I said I would have had to give her a handshake or something. And that's why, but I still feel like Fatima kind of like, she hasn't fully talked about the end thing. But I think they waiting on season 2 of Fatima to fully address that. I bet she hadn't told Zac about the doggone Ian mama want her to come to dinner or whatever. Listen, I had to show up with Zac. She gonna have to show up with Zac to let Ian and his mama know what it's gonna be. Cause if not, then y'all definitely, like I said, they ain't ready for marriage as it is, but they definitely ain't ready for marriage then, now or whatever. Cause shouldn't nobody keep having to come and just they disrupt what y'all got going on. So what made you think that y'all ready for marriage or whatever? And I'm a Zatima fan, but it's like the fact that people keep popping up every time they turn around. It's the Heather situation. It's the Karen situation. It's the Karen situation. It's the Karen situation. Cause Karen been more problems than Heather or whatever. I think after the whole Zac in the office, like I said, I get why people still saying that Karen and Zac gonna end up back together or whatever. Cause after she accused him of stealing that doggone credit card, he went in the office and slept with her. What kind of sense that made or whatever. But they was not together then, and I understand. But anytime you have a situation where people on again, off again, it's questionable because don't nobody want to be in the mix of that. That means like maybe Karen does have a point that they always get back together or whatever. But I don't know. Zac seemed like he really into Fatima though. But I don't know. We're gonna have to wait to see, especially when the baby gets here, because people had this idea that they had to force a family once a kid get into the picture or whatever. It didn't work without the kid, but you somehow think that with the kid it's gonna work or whatever. But yeah, y'all, That's all I wanted to say. They both got questionable friends, and they're gonna have to actually have a conversation with these folks before they cut them off to let them know either they get with the program or they out of there. Belinda would have to go anyway. Nate too, but mainly Belinda because she tried to sleep with Zach. You don't let that go, no matter what Angela say. How you gonna let that go? And she tried to sleep with her man. Girl, please. But y'all let me know what y'all thought. I mean, what y'all think. Until next time. Deuces.